Joining me now is Adam Melnik. He's the CEO of Zacapa Resources. Thanks for joining us, Adam.
Happy to be here, Mark. Thanks for having us.
Now, you say that Zacapa is discovery focused and that you have drill-ready Tier 1 targets. So can you give us a brief overview of that?
Absolutely, Mark. Happily, we've just passed our 1-year anniversary of being a public company. We set out with the intention to build a porphyry copper exploration company. And at the pre-IPO, we found 2 gold projects that were really compelling in an overlooked jurisdiction during the pandemic, and brought those into our portfolio as well. And following a year exploring, our porphyry copper exploration projects we're now transitioning to being a largely gold epithermal exploration focused company, focusing on our South Bullfrog project in Nevada and our Miller Mountain project in Idaho, where we have drill permits to drill at South Bullfrog and Miller Mountain this year. So it's a very exciting time to be getting back in front of investors and rejuvenating our story, Mark.
And you have a 5,000-meter drill program planned at South Bullfrog. So can you tell us about the targets that you've prioritized? And the second part of that is the Beatty gold mining district, you've said, has really transformed itself over the past 5 years with discoveries. So flesh out that story in terms of why that's an exciting area to be exploring.
Absolutely, Mark. I'm elated with the work that our exploration team has been doing on the ground. When the South Bullfrog project was staked by our technical team during the pandemic, it was largely a grassroots project with no past drilling, just the past workings and adits and shafts. And we've spent almost $3 million doing all of the grassroots work required to get this project ready for drilling, including many geophysical and geochemical surveys, of which we've made multiple announcements to the market about. And we now have drill permits for Shingleback and are expecting drill permits in the near term for our Longtail target area. When we have those 2 target areas, we will mobilize. When we have those 2 target areas fully permitted, we will be mobilizing a drill to go and chase what we believe could be some really exciting gold mineralization at depth. Importantly, these 2 target areas reflect 2 different types of targets in the Beatty district. Our Shingleback target looks a lot like what Corvus was seeing at North Bullfrog with its Yellow Jacket and Jolly Jane and Mayflower discoveries. Tens of meters at tens of grams per ton would be a good result for us up at Shingleback. And Longtail looks a little bit different, but quite similar to a new discovery in the district called Silicon, made by AngloGold Ashanti, which was a target drilled through cover through a large silicified body of alteration and effectively no gold at surface. But AngloGold last year in February discovered or made the announcement of a 3.4 million ounce initial inferred discovery at Silicon. And we're expecting in the next 4 weeks a very large resource update from AngloGold Ashanti for Silicon. It's our view that the company now has visibility on 10 to 15 million ounces, and that is underpinning its decision to start building mines in the Beatty district. That's why we think this district is really exciting. Mark, it's gone from effectively being an overlooked, underexplored jurisdiction over the last 5 years to having multiple new discoveries, visibility on 10 to 15 million ounces inside of a super major, and 4 new mines that will be in production within the next 24 months. So Zacapa is the smallest, arguably highest risk way to get exposure to a new discovery in the Beatty district. But our team has done the work on the ground, identified really compelling targets, and we're very excited to go and start a drill campaign demonstrating that we have a path to value creation in this district for our shareholders through the drill bit.
Sounds like you're in a very promising location for sure. Now, Adam, one of the things you did recently in October of last year of interest to everybody and shareholders is you're planning to split into a gold company and a separate copper company. So what's the thinking there? And can you give us an update?
Absolutely, Mark. We got consistent feedback from our investors that they would prefer pure play exposure to our porphyry copper exploration portfolio or our epithermal gold exploration portfolio. So we've reflected on that in the past year of being a public company, and we're now in a position to give investors an update in the near term about our copper assets spinning into a new public company. Our intention would be to then dividend the shares in that new entity to our existing Zacapa shareholders and have Zacapa Resources continue as a gold-focused exploration company. So stay tuned. We'll have an update that should be material for investors in the near term, Mark.
Lastly, Adam, management owns about 26% of the company. We know there are some tailwinds for gold, some tailwinds for copper. So what would you say, and you've been highlighting a few of them here, what would you say are the main factors behind the value proposition at Zacapa? Why should investors seriously consider investing in 23?
Definitely, Mark. Look, we're in a position here where we're becoming a pure gold-focused, epithermal Nevada, Idaho story. And we now have drill permits on our two cornerstone projects, South Bullfrog and Miller Mountain, next to fantastic development stories at Augusta Gold and Anglo Gold Ashanti. And we're looking forward to delivering consistent drill results from our drill programs here over the course of 2023. Having the Copper SpinCo is an additional way to release value for our investors over the course of this year as well. And as you can see, our management team and board of directors has that conviction, regardless of what the prevailing market sentiment is. Metals prices are very strong, and our team has done some fantastic work to generate very interesting high conviction targets at both our gold projects, and delivering drill results into a very strong gold market is a very compelling reason to own our shares. So with a market cap of $5 to $6 million, I believe South Bullfrog underpins that valuation alone. So I would encourage investors to revisit owning Zacapa shares in 2023.
Well, thanks for the update, Adam. We'll be following, and we'll catch up to you down the road.
Thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate your time.
Adam Melnik, he is the CEO of Zacapa Resources.